The story of Christianity in Arunachal Pradesh is one of gradual influence and quiet beginnings. It starts not within the state itself, but in its neighboring region, Assam. In 1836, the American Baptist Missionary Union, or ABMU, dispatched Reverend Miles Bronson to share the Christian message with the Assamese people. This marked a pivotal moment. While Bronson's efforts focused on Assam, his work had a ripple effect. It indirectly introduced Christianity to the tribes residing across the border in what was then known as the Northeast Frontier Agency, later to become Arunachal Pradesh. The translation of the New Testament into the Assamese language in 1854 further amplified this indirect influence. This translation, a significant achievement by Baptist missionaries, made the Christian scriptures accessible to a wider population, including those living in the bordering regions of Nefa. The seeds of faith, though planted in Assam, began to take root in the hearts of individuals from Arunachal Pradesh. As the 19th century drew to a close, Catholic and Baptist mission centers established themselves in key locations within Assam, such as Sadia and Dibrugarh. These centers, strategically placed for trade and interaction, became points of contact for tribes traveling from Nefa. Through these interactions, Christianity slowly found its way into the heart of Arunachal Pradesh, carried not by forceful preaching, but by the simple exchange of ideas and beliefs. The dawn of the 20th century brought about administrative changes that would shape the future of Arunachal Pradesh and its encounter with Christianity. The year 1914 saw the formal establishment of Nefa, a region encompassing present-day Arunachal Pradesh. This newly formed administrative entity, however, came with restrictions on missionary activities, posing a challenge to the spread of Christianity. Despite these limitations, the period between the 1920s and 1930s witnessed the conversion of individuals from prominent tribes, like the Adi, Nishi, Apatani, and Nokte. The names of the earliest converts to Christianity in Arunachal Pradesh are not widely documented, as conversions happened gradually and often within small tribal communities. However, a few notable early converts include 1. Taring Reich, Apatani, one of the first known Apatani converts to Christianity. 2. Taitasang Adi, among the early Adi converts who later became a pastor. 3. Nabam Tata Nishi, one of the first Nishi Christians who played a role in spreading Christianity. 4. Wanglat Lawangsha, Nokte, an early convert from the Nokte tribe. These early converts, often encountering Christianity during their interactions in Assam, played a crucial role in carrying the faith back to their communities. Theirs were stories of individual conviction, often fueled by personal experiences and a genuine connection with the Christian message. India's independence in 1947 marked a turning point for the nation. But for Nefa, it brought little change in terms of accessibility. The region remained largely isolated, with restrictions on missionary work still in place. Yet the seeds of faith sown in the previous decades continued to germinate, nurtured by the commitment of these early converts. The 1950s saw a significant increase in missionary activities in the Northeast, especially in Nagaland, Assam, and Meghalaya. Although Arunachal Pradesh was officially off-limits for organized missionary work, the influence of this surge was unmistakable. Christian communities in neighboring states, many with strong tribal connections to Arunachal Pradesh, acted as channels for spreading the faith. A key figure during this time was Reverend M.C. George, a Catholic priest who began exploratory missions into Arunachal Pradesh in 1952. Despite the challenges posed by restrictions, his work underscored the growing Christian presence in the region. In the 1960s, organizations like the Evangelical Churches of Assam and the Baptist Church of Mizoram actively spread Christianity, leveraging existing tribal connections. The 1961 anti-conversion regulations aimed to curb the growing influence of Christianity. However, these regulations did little to halt the momentum. The growth persisted, albeit underground, driven by a strong belief in the Christian message and supported by existing social networks. a time of expansion and opposition Christianity in Arunachal Pradesh from the 1970s to the 1990s. The 1970s ushered in significant changes. In 1972, Nepal was officially designated as Arunachal Pradesh, becoming a union territory of India. This shift brought about increased interaction with neighboring states, many of which had substantial Christian populations. This period saw Christianity's reach expanding beyond the initial converts, penetrating deeper into various tribal communities. However, this era of growth was not without its challenges. The Arunachal Pradesh Freedom of Religion Act, passed in 1978, aimed to regulate religious conversions, making it more difficult for individuals to embrace Christianity. While presented as a measure to protect indigenous faiths, the act was seen by some as a barrier to religious freedom. The 1980s witnessed two significant trends: urbanization and a growing emphasis on education. These trends played a crucial role in fueling the spread of Christianity. As more people moved to urban centers in search of better opportunities, they also came into contact with Christian communities and institutions. Mission schools, in particular, played a vital role in providing education and, in the process, introducing many to Christianity. The 1990s saw an exponential growth in the Christian population of Arunachal Pradesh. A key player during this period was the Arunachal Baptist Church Council, which emerged as a leading force in coordinating missionary activities and establishing churches across the state. Despite facing opposition from groups seeking to preserve indigenous faiths, Christianity continued its ascent, becoming an undeniable force in the social and cultural landscape of Arunachal Pradesh. Christianity in Arunachal Pradesh from the 2000s to the present. The turn of the millennium marked a new era for Christianity in Arunachal Pradesh. With the advent of modern technology and increased connectivity, Christian communities found new ways to spread their message and grow their congregations. Social media platforms, online sermons, and virtual prayer meetings became instrumental in reaching a broader audience. During this period, the role of women in the church also gained prominence. Women took on leadership roles, contributing significantly to the church's activities and outreach programs. Their involvement helped in addressing social issues and providing support to marginalized communities. Moreover, the focus on education continued to play a critical role. Christian educational institutions expanded their reach, offering quality education to students from diverse backgrounds. These institutions not only provided academic knowledge, but also instilled values of compassion, service, and faith. Despite occasional resistance and challenges, the Christian community in Arunachal Pradesh has shown resilience and adaptability. The church has become a vital part of the state's cultural and social fabric, contributing to its development and progress. According to the 2011 census, Christianity represents 30.26% of the population in Arunachal Pradesh. Districts such as Papumpare, East Kameng, Kradaadi, Longding, Tirap, and Lower Subansiri have the highest concentrations of Christians. Unofficial estimates suggest that the number could be more than 47% of Arunachal Pradesh's total population. The rise of Christianity in Arunachal Pradesh is a testament to how humble beginnings can lead to significant movements, profoundly shaping the future.